stuff on the guitar, stuff that you would only know from living in Mississippi. And be like, I'll show you, I won't show those other guys. So, but when I look at that, I think about Jack, and you know, it's kind of bittersweet.
Part of you, though. It's going to be there forever, so he does live on.
Yeah.
Carl got stories too. We were just talking about some of them, and well, I'll tell you what. Before we go into some stories, let me play a cut. The one I'm talking about from CD. Call Me Later, Christopher Dean Band. Yeah.
Jim Davis quit the Guest House Gorillas.
Oh, really?
They were just traveling like too far, too little.
Yeah.
Hard to keep the road band, and they're a great band too.
It's hard to do anything in music nowadays.
I just like the way that the groove on this.
Yeah.
Well, you know what? I recorded this before we left for a road trip, and with Dave, my brother, and Chip, and I didn't like how it just didn't feel right for some reason. I was on the road with these guys, Billy, and this drummer from Philadelphia, Ben, two young guys. And we were on the road and we got really tight, and we were in Florida. I said, let's go get a studio. I said, I was singing like every night. My voice just got to a point. I was like, I gotta record this now because my voice is like good now, like really, it's textured. So
you do this stuff very well. And you don't. On the second album, when you did the Nat Cole song, I thought it was reaching a little far,
right,
in terms of spreading out the spectrum too much.
Right.
But then when I heard it later, I thought you did it very well. Same with the acoustic stuff on this album. I thought maybe that's just too diversified, but then I don't know.
To me, this is.
Yeah.
It doesn't have a lead line. It's like there's two melody lines going. One's the vocals, and one is what everyone else is just playing together so well.
I based the keyboards on what I heard on the record.
Yeah.
Simplified them just a little bit.
Yeah, I like that.
But it's two keyboard parts, and they fit together very nicely. So, and I gave it a sound that was close, but a little bit different, and
yeah,
it just doesn't get in the way. That's the whole thing.
And the guitar is not deviating from that strong bass line. It's
just two chords.
Yeah, I'm liking it.
And it's the pentatonic scale, basically, which Chris works.
Yeah.
Chris can do one thing that a lot of blues guitarists cannot do. He can play an extended solo that has a structure, tells a story, and makes sense.
And comes back around.
Yeah.
Which is,
yep.
You know, we've heard that about so many blues artists. You know, it's guitar solos, there's no conclusion to it.
Well, I think it starts with the tone. Most guys start with the lick, or they want to play this real complicated line. I'm constantly trying to find a tone. On this song, actually, that was part of the reason why we got the tracks in Florida, the vocal track and the guitar solo. And the guy at the studio that I had in Jersey couldn't retrieve it, and he wanted me to redo it, and that's when I went to Dan's. I'm like, I am not redoing this, because I was in shape, my voice was good, my playing was good. I said, we gotta find these tracks, remember? And we found them. But I used a 65 amp peg to get that tone, and to me it sounded like early chess stuff.
Yeah. See, that's why I like doing recording over at Westwire Studios, Wayne Becker's place. I don't know if you're ever in that one. He has all the analog stuff.
Yeah.
Whatever analog mics you want or amplifiers you want, he has them all.
I did something there.
Yeah, it's nice. And then another one, a good one, is that one out by Kutztown, Amoeba.
Yeah, I haven't been there. Westwires.
Westwire, yeah. That's
where is it again? It's
right on the edge of Allentown and Bethlehem.
Oh, okay. Maybe
off of Union Boulevard.
I can't remember.
It's like that.
It makes it tough.
And it's a little muted. I don't know what you're doing to mute the string like that, but it has that sound.
Yeah, but I don't know. Like I said, I was in shape at the time. Usually, when I get to a point where I'm not even thinking about it. But I also listen to a lot of horn players too, as far as phrasing. You know, not so much.
Yeah, but that lick, it's so much. That 70s soul music kind of sound. I like
his ability to play an extended solo that tells a story. His brother tells me he had it from the moment he started playing. That's what Dave told me.
I got some talent.
We're in the studio,
you know?
talking.
I work hard, but
Christopher Dean and Scout Carr Snyder. And I was just telling them how much I appreciate the song we just played. How did it come about? Why did you pick that one? Well, you did say because you want to bring it up north a little bit because it's not heard that much.
because to me it's a party song that has a deep groove, and I can really lay into it vocally and on the guitar.
I have no doubt about that. That's
And-
what we're
and-
talking about.
And you know, so I like songs like that where I could just like lay into 'em.
Stretch out.
Yeah. And if the groove is right, like I said, I don't have to think about it. It's just something I could, you know, feel. If the tempo's right and the groove is right, then I can really reach down deep in my gut for the, you know, the guitar and the vocal.
Hell of a keyboard player on there too.
Oh yeah,
Who's that guy?
Carl. He just played everything perfect. Did you have organ? Did we leave the organ on there?
Well, I'm using two sounds. There's an electric piano sound and there's a sustained sound. I can't remember whether it was actually an organ sound or a different kind of keyboard sound, but there's one sound on there that serves the function of an organ. It holds the chords, and then the other puts in the little riff.
Yeah, and you used a slightly different sound than the original. It was a Malaco recording,
Yeah.
so it was a, you know, like I said, we adapted, we sped it up a little bit,
Yeah.
and we had the guitar solo, and it started off, the original started off with a sax solo, so we had Jim Davis doing the sax intro, which he just comes out and just plays everything. Everybody just played good on it.
Yeah.
Another cut on that CD that I liked a lot is Same Thing. And
Yeah.
you were saying very close to the original.
Yeah. Closer than the way most people even try to do it. Yeah.
But we got to remember that was Nate Myers doing it. Doing the harmonica and vocals on that. And Nate, for people around here that know him, because he's been in this area off and on for many years, he kind of sticks to his guns on things. And he's hard to push.
Yeah.
He's nearly 7 foot tall.
Yes. Yeah. But me and Nate were talking for years about doing a couple songs together on each other's records. So.
I think that was a good choice. I really like that one.
Yeah, we do a couple shows a year together too. He's a good friend of mine.
That's
Him
funny.
and Carl, they're my friends. Both of them.
People that don't come to Pennsylvania don't realize how spread out this state is. That, you know, oh, he lives in a few towns. It's 5 hours away.
Well, you're driving up and down over mountains and hills and valleys and rivers. You know.
I'm looking at this and I'm thinking, okay, should we play something else off of it? And I don't know which one to pick, so I'm gonna let Christopher pick it.
How about? Now I'm glad.
Which number you want?
5.
Okay. I got some other things to get to, but I will put that on for you.
That's my favorite one.
Immediately after I get it. So, you hear that? We're getting it from the man himself. We're gonna get to that in just a second. Gotta pay the bills.
Yes.
Can't call them commercials though.
You have such a clean studio.
It's because nobody will clean up after us. We let it get dirty, we deal with it.
So, are you coming down tonight?
I'm gonna try. She's working at her other bar tonight, so I'm gonna stop in there and visit her. I'm gonna try to make it come.
Do a little playing?
Yes, I feel like it.
Cool.
Maybe even a little singing.
All right. Yeah, it's right down the street from my house. I can throw a rock at it. The Willow Grove Hotel.
Yeah, my wife's the manager, so it works out real good.
Sure. That's the inside joke you were talking about before.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's great.
Yeah, we can hit key, rock me, baby.
All right. Yeah, I got this new guy starting on drums. I rehearsed with him, Jacob Beers. His last name is Beers.
That's a perfect name.
25 years old, but I rehearsed with him. He was the only guy I ever rehearsed where I auditioned, and he came and aced everything. But it's hard to find guys who can stay on the road. Chip is 62. He can't go on the road anymore, you know?
Now I'm glad that's doing right.
Yeah. Well, I'll be 71 next month, and I'm still willing to go on the road.
I know.
Somebody offers me some
Because
money.
you take care of yourself.
I got to pay the bills too.
I know.
Oh well, I try to take care of myself, man. But it's,
I say the same thing. My wife said, "You ever think about if you get back on the road and say, do you know how much they'd have to pay me?"
yeah,
That's about it.
there's got to be money. Somebody just recently mentioned something, and I said I was interested, but then they never got back. So it's completely different kind of music, by the way.
So you're gonna be 71. That means Bobby Soul just turned 70.
Oh, did he,
Yeah.
I just had him on a gig about a month or two ago. Yeah.
Yeah, I can figure out. I just turned 60, and he's 10 years older than me. So yeah, we all kind of progress from one to another.
Right.
Tom Palmer would have been 61 this coming year.
Gee, if you make it to 60, you can make it the rest of the
Yeah.
way.
Jim Nastasy didn't make it to 60.
That's
Al
what you
Terrell
think.
didn't make it to
to
60.
Well, Al didn't make it to 50.
Yeah.
In fact, I think he was 43 when he died.
43, 44, yeah.
Here's what happens though, the downhill slope starts getting steeper.
Yeah.
Once
Juan
you're after
Nuno,
60.
he was only in his 50s. A great blues singer, a Mexican blues singer.
Really?
Yeah.
I remember him.
From
I
Blues
didn't
Power.
know him.
Yeah.
I saw him. I thought he was terrific. But I didn't get to do anything with him.
Yeah, I was walking through the parking lot of the CVS over here one Saturday morning, and I was singing a song for the life of me now. But as I went to do the second verse of it, I heard it, and it wasn't me. What the? It was Juan Nuno walking through the same parking lot.
Oh, man,
That was pretty cool.
yes, indeed. Yeah. By the way, this is Chris's original song.
Oh yeah, I like
And
this.
that's Dan on the keys on this one.
I've done a couple of things with Dan. I like his style.
Well, he's kind of a...
He's got a great ear,
Yeah.
but he's just, I'm wife number 3, so he's
a little difficult to
That's how it is.
connect with these days.
I have enough original material for probably 5 CDs, and one of these days I'm actually going to get it into them. So I'm going to be giving everyone a call, because I'm going to need somebody for this, somebody. I know in my head exactly who's going to do what.
hey,
Anything I can help you with, just let me know.
I've got some serious things going, and
it's
Jack,
funny.
yeah.
You guys talk about like I get solo. That's the one thing that I would like to do is play on other people's recordings. It's like if you need a solo on a blues song or a blues rock song, I just wish I could
I got one.
really concentrate on that area.
It's called Government Cheese. And that's basically what it's about, being poor and standing in line.
Well, that's a great title.
Government cheese.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's definitely a viable subject.
Your mom and daddy said these are the good old days, and I said I don't remember them days. Mama, 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 please, what about that government cheese?
And I was a Jimmy Carter baby.
Freddie
We were-
King, when the welfare turns us back on.
Oh yeah.
That's that
How about
groove I
Jimmy
want.
Dawkins' Welfare Blues?
Yeah, it's been dealt with a little bit, you know. I don't know, the blues.
Families are still eating government cheese.
Yeah, I know.
You're always gonna need. You know what it is that
And actually, it makes the very best macaroni and cheese.
Oh, God.
People say, ooh, that's, it's not a cure for poverty. Well, insulin isn't a cure for insulin, for diabetes either.
But it keeps you alive.
Right.
Yes, exactly.
You have to sustain people.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, these are subjects.
But you know what Kennedy told Sinatra. He says, never give anybody your political views as a musician because you're going to lose 50% of your audience. You might lose 50% of your audience right away.
Well, that's smart. And that's, no one ever gave me that advice, but I follow that.
But you know what? I played gigs with 50% of the audience. So what? 2 people left. I mean, that's all.
Doesn't matter. Well, if I gave them my political views, I'd lose 100% of the audience.
I used to get in arguments with Wayne Smith all the time because I have nothing political. I could care less.
Yes.
I just don't care at all. And he's
Better
very
off.
political. And well, why can't you care? Oh, no, I don't. And it would piss him off.
I used to get into it with David Dionisi when he was in my band because he won't vote. said, but I like to, when the subject comes around to politics, I have a way of ending the conversation in a hurry. I say, well, I'm just slightly to the left of Che Guevara. It's not really.
Che had red hair, believe it or not.
That's
Well,
awesome.
Che had red hair.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, he was a red-headed Spaniard.
Oh, I didn't
You're
know
like
that.
Christopher Hitchens.
Well, I don't even mean it, but it usually gets me out of the conversation in a hurry, yeah. Che had red hair, and he had asthma, too.
Yeah, he was very sickly. He was a
Yeah.
dentist.
Yeah.
He was like that Christmas special where he wants to be a dentist.
Yeah.
All right.
I want to be a dentist.
Oh, well, we're talking about Christmas specials. Somehow that happens. We don't know.
And Che Guevara.
Yeah, Che Guevara. Yeah, the conversations in here are different. All right. One of the things we talked about, Christopher Dean started way back with a good